corners, I was really thinking about simplifying my work. I wanted to pare down somehow, not do theatrical elements like video projection or sets, and really kind of get back to letting the dance be the dance. So in that process of paring down, I was thinking of also space and how screen time is so prevalent in our society, and how our three-dimensional experiences somehow are not as forward in our society as screen time. So I wanted to lean into 3 dimensions. And in that process of thinking about 3 dimensions, I started to think about the audience on all 4 sides. Every perspective from any side would be equally significant, equally important to the dance. And each audience would have a slightly different perspective of the dance. So the perspective of the dance and also the idea of every side in the round being interesting became a problem to solve. Had me hopping around the studio, looking at different sides and kind of crafting the dance from that standpoint, a puzzle. So that's where we started in 2023. I had a great composer. I've never worked with him before. His name is Ben Morris. And you know, there's this question or idea out there that it's not about the answer. It's about the good question, right? So I'm trying to answer a question right now and give a good answer. That's what composers do. Like, they come into a process and they ask good questions. They ask me to think about the work from a new lens. And in that process, I unfold the work in a different way. And that kind of collaboration, and that happened with Ben, is very difficult because I'm being asked to think in new ways, but it's incredibly rewarding, both for me as a human being, but for the work itself. One of the other collaborations I had with this project was with the costume designer, Ashley Horn-Knott. This is the 3rd project I've worked with Ashley on, and we have really been doing a deep dive into jumpers. I don't know why, I really like jumpers, and we keep reinventing the jumper. In this project though, I really was interested in fabric, and so she and I had a lot of coordination and collaboration on the fabric. I got into looking at fabrics online, getting swatches, showing them to her, questioning the weight of the fabric and how it would work with the dancers. So it's really been a rewarding collaboration for me, and I really loved the outcome of what she has created for this piece. 4 Corners feels more personal to me than many of my previous pieces. I have been thinking a lot about liminal space in 4 Corners, and probably because I'm in this transition in my life. And for those of you who don't know, liminal is actually a transitional space. So even in choreography, what's between A and B? Or in life, what's between a job and retirement, right? Those kind of big arcs in our lives where things feel uncertain, groundless, almost like you're floating between things, you're not sure what's going to happen, but that also has possibility. Talking about a dance that is about space, time, and transition, and trying to figure out the words that go with that is like the song, How Do You Solve a Problem Like Maria from The Sound of Music, in which one of the sayings is, how do you hold a moonbeam in your hand? Dance is fundamentally nonverbal. So I can tell you things about this dance. It is about transition. It is about perspective. It is about the ebb and flow of time and how time widens and narrows, how space widens and narrows depending on how we perceive it. And so it asks those questions of the audience. And I think there's a very real sense of time passing and energy and community in this piece. So it's very human, even though it's a dance without words.